You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, it seems the World Series has certainly brought out the liberal lunatics in the media. And, of course, there is no other entity crazier than the Marxist ESPN of China. ESPCNN, as we like to call it, the worldwide leader in woke. Well, the Braves are under fire. I mean, the last week has brought out everybody from Jeff Passan, that lunatic we've been covering, Bob Nightingale, who says, I'll never use the Braves word again. And they find out, you go back and look at his columns, and Braves is everywhere. And then USA Today has to stealth edit all the Braves out of his columns. That's the kind of thing we're dealing with. It's from everybody. It's coming from everywhere. You name it. The Braves are racist. Well, we got a nutty take about the Braves yesterday from an ESPN employee. And, I mean, not understanding the level of racism that they are protruding. By the way, this comes off the heels of a Rutgers professor who proclaimed in a television interview the other day that white people need to be, quote-unquote, taken out. You don't see the racism in that? Yeah. So let's get to this article. It's from Outkick. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I mean, this is what we're dealing with. This is why this channel exists. ESPN employee writes, racist Atlanta Braves should rename themselves to the Cobb County Crackers. Is that saltine or what? Sports media has recently attempted to cancel the Tomahawk Chop, a signature celebration by the Atlanta Braves. Their efforts were stunted this week when MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred announced that he would not ban the chop at stadiums. The undefeated, owned by ESPN, enlisted staff writer, a complete lunatic by the name of Clinton Yates, to provide an account of Manfred's decision. Yates lacked subtlety in contextualizing the reception of the chop. Seen as a harmless signage by the majority of fans and the chop's supposed subjects, Yates accused the commissioner of promoting caricatures of the Native American community and equated the chop to real-life violence. Now, very quickly on that note, last night, Bill Maher hammered this kind of crap, where he actually come out and said, look, the woke liberals are actually renaming words, and they've taken words. He used violence. Violence was one of them. That he literally said, you're taking violence and you're trying to redefine it into something it's not. Violence is something that physically happens. Well, he's turning this into something else. The chop is real-life violence. I mean, no, it's not, dude. No, it's not. That is a lie to promote your agenda. In the article titled, quote, Manfred misses the mark with Braves, Yates acknowledged that Manfred had a dialogue with indigenous people groups to gather any opposing opinions on the chop. Still, the writer did not relent on his request for cancellation. There's a direct correlation between racist imagery and real-life violence, claimed Yates, also calling for the banning of the chop a no-brainer. In signature ESPN fashion, the journalist was incapable of making his accusation of racism without providing some on their end. In other words, they can't talk about this stuff without themselves being a racist. Yates concluded the article by suggesting the Atlanta baseball team should go ahead and go by the Cobb County Crackers. He called baseball the, quote, oldest and whitest sport in America, a shameless generalization made possible only in recent years courtesy of critical race theories redefining of what's racist and what's not. One can only assume that ideology intent on canceling anything it disagrees with inspires good arbitration of American culture. And it went on to talk about the fact that Donald Trump was on with Clay and Buck yesterday. So, this guy does not see the irony in the fact that he believes crackers is not racist, so I'm going to throw that out there with reckless abandon. But you know what? Let me just keep it real. I'm not offended by crackers. It's just words, dude. It's freaking words. Okay? But you guys are offended by everything. You're offended by the damn chop. A waving of hands is what you are offended by. A literal waving of hands that never touches anybody else, causes no harm to anybody else. 50+ thousand people are doing it in unison. I promise you, statistically, in numbers, there are Native Americans, there's blacks, there's Latinos in that stadium doing this chop. Has been for years. Okay, the Braves have had plenty of black players over the years. Anybody remember Odysee McDowell? I mean, you know, didn't Julio Franco play there for years? I mean, the list could go on and on. Was it Brian Jordan back in the day? The other guy? Deion Sanders, primetime played for the Braves. He never come out and said he was offended by anything, called it racist. But it's okay to use crackers with reckless abandon, is it not? I promise you, the world would explode if I dropped a big fat N-bomb right here on this video. I'm not going to do it because I don't like the damn word. Okay, I do think it's offensive, but I think crackers is offensive too. Okay, so that's bullshit. Look, two wrongs don't make a right, and that's exactly what you're portraying. You guys that are offended by everything are ruining. You have ruined your company. ESPN is ruined because of this kind of ideology and weaponized thought processing to make everything offensive and go after everybody. Look, I'm going to tell you what this is coming down to. If you are an Atlanta Braves fan, understand they are going to try to cancel the Braves. Period. All of it. Okay? They've already done it to the Indians. Your baseball team is under attack right now. And let me even take it a step further. This guy made a comment in here that said baseball is the oldest and whitest sport. I believe if it was up to the media, they would abolish baseball altogether. Because they've tried to pull this baseball is a white sport shit for a long time. And let's be real. If anything they believe in their mind is wrapped around whiteness, it's got to go in today's day and time. It's got to go. So, long term, eventually, and I mean 10 years down the road, if we don't stop this bullshit, 10 years down the road, they will try to get rid of the entire sport of baseball. Probably hockey, too. I mean, let's just be real. They're both sports they probably think are racist. They're eventually going to try to abolish all of it. Cancel it. Cobb County Crackers. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Boy, they're not lost sight on the fact. Can you imagine? I mean, let's just keep it real. The Atlanta N-bombs. Does that not sound racist? Would that not be racist? Because this guy said the same thing. The other way around. How is that not lost on you, Clinton Yates, you lunatic? Maybe eventually you'll be in the unemployment line like Jamel Hill. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.